Lost cities and hidden secrets of World War II. World War II reshaped borders, destroyed civilizations, and accelerated technology at an unprecedented pace. Beneath its well-documented battles and political turning points lies a shadowy layer of lost cities, abandoned bases, buried bunkers, and long-hidden secrets, many only discovered decades later. These places and stories reveal how vast, secretive, and experimental the war truly was. 1. Ghost cities born of war. Oradour-sur-Glane, France, a town frozen in time. On June 10, 1944, the SS massacred 642 civilians in this peaceful French village. After the war, France chose not to rebuild it. Instead, Oradour-sur-Glane remains exactly as it was left. Burned cars, bullet-riddled walls, children's toys still scattered. It stands as both a memorial and a chilling reminder of civilian suffering. Hashima Island, Japan, industrial ruins. Also known as Battleship Island, Hashima was a dense industrial city built for coal mining. During World War II, Korean and Chinese forced laborers were sent here under brutal conditions. After the war and the decline of coal, the island was abandoned, leaving behind concrete towers swallowed by the sea. 2. The secret underground world Nazi megabunkers in hidden cities. Nazi Germany constructed vast underground facilities to protect leadership and weapons production from Allied bombing. Some were so massive they resembled subterranean cities. Führer bunkers existed across Europe, not just in Berlin. Project Ries in Poland involved enormous tunnel systems carved into mountains, possibly intended for secret weapons or underground command centers. Its true purpose remains unknown. The London Underground as a city below. During the Blitz, over 170,000 Londoners slept nightly in subway stations. Temporary hospitals, schools, and even theaters emerged underground, creating a hidden wartime city beneath the capital. 3. Vanished military bases in experiments. German Arctic Base. Schatzgräber. In 2016, researchers discovered a long-lost Nazi weather station buried in Arctic ice on Alexandra Land. Germany relied on such secret stations to predict Allied naval movements. When supplies ran out, the crew was evacuated, leaving the base lost for over 70 years. Island bases that disappeared across the Pacific, entire U.S. military cities were built on remote islands for staging invasions. When the war ended, many were abandoned overnight, leaving runways, hospitals, and vehicles slowly reclaimed by jungle. 4. Hidden weapons and classified projects. The Nazi wonder weapons, Wunderwaffe. Germany pursued advanced technology that was decades ahead of its time. V-2 rockets, the world's first long-range guided missiles, experimental jet aircraft, early stealth-like aircraft designs. Some scientists involved were later secretly recruited by the United States and Soviet Union, helping ignite the Cold War space race. The Manhattan Project's secret cities to build the atomic bomb. The U.S. created entire hidden cities. Los Alamos, New Mexico, Scientific Nerve Center, Oak Ridge, Tennessee, uranium enrichment, Hanford, Washington, plutonium production. These towns did not appear on maps, and residents often didn't know what they were building. 5. Lost treasure, art, and secrets, still unsolved Nazi gold and stolen art. As the Third Reich collapsed, vast amounts of looted gold and art disappeared. Legends persist of gold trains hidden in tunnels, art caches sealed in salt mines, sunken ships carrying stolen wealth. Despite modern technology, many of these treasures have never been recovered. Classified files still sealed. Even today, some WWII intelligence files remain classified. Questions linger about espionage networks, assassination plots, and secret agreements made in the war's final days. 6. Why these lost places still matter. Lost cities and hidden secrets of World War II are not just historical curiosities. They humanize the scale of the war, reveal the extremes of human ingenuity and cruelty, warn against the cost of unchecked power, preserve memory where written records fall silent. They remind us that history is not only written in books, but buried in ruins, tunnels, and forgotten landscapes. Final thought. World War II may have ended in 1945, but its shadows remain scattered across the globe. Each rediscovered bunker, abandoned city, or declassified document peels back another layer of a war that reshaped humanity, and whose secrets are still emerging from the ground beneath our feet. 7. Secret espionage cities and spy networks. World War II was as much a war of information as it was of weapons. Entire hidden systems operated quietly behind enemy lines. Bletchley Park, Britain's invisible battlefield. This quiet English estate became the nerve center of Allied code-breaking. Thousands worked in secrecy to crack the German Enigma and Lorenz codes. Workers lived in nearby villages without knowing what colleagues in the next building were doing. Many secrets here remained classified until the 1970s. The intelligence produced at Bletchley is believed to have shortened the war by at least 2 years, saving millions of lives. Nazi spy cities in neutral Europe. Cities like Lisbon, Stockholm, and Istanbul became espionage hubs. Spies from all sides lived openly, exchanging secrets in cafes, hotels, and nightclubs. Some of these locations were effectively cities of spies, where no one was quite who they claimed to be. 8. Abandoned war technology and forgotten battlefields. Sunken cities beneath the sea. The oceans hide thousands of wartime wrecks, ships, submarines, aircraft carriers, many still unexplored. The ghost fleet of Truk Lagoon in the Pacific holds dozens of Japanese warships. Submerged landing crafts still rest near Normandy. Some wrecks contain unexploded ammunition, oil, and even human remains. These underwater graveyards are protected today as war memorials. Aircraft lost in ice and jungle. In Greenland, Alaska, and Southeast Asia, entire squadrons disappeared due to weather or navigation errors. Some planes have been recovered decades later, perfectly preserved in ice, while others remain missing, their crews still officially unaccounted for. 9. Secret medical and psychological experiments. Human experiments hidden for decades. Some of the darkest secrets of World War II involve illegal medical experiments. Unit 731, Japan, conducted biological warfare tests on prisoners. Nazi doctors performed freezing, altitude, and chemical experiments. Results from these experiments were quietly studied after the war. Many documents were destroyed, and some perpetrators were never prosecuted, leaving full truth fragmented and incomplete. 10. The lost final days of the Third Reich. Hidden escape routes and false endings. As Berlin fell, rumors spread of secret tunnels, underground airstrips, and escape convoys. While Hitler's death is historically confirmed, the chaos of the final days allowed many high-ranking Nazis to vanish. Underground routes beneath Berlin, fake identities and forged documents, escape networks leading to South America and the Middle East. Some of these tunnels still exist beneath modern cities. 11. Cities rebuilt on forgotten graves. Many modern cities stand atop wartime ruins. Berlin, Warsaw, and Dresden were rebuilt over collapsed bunkers. Tokyo expanded over former firebombing zones. Pacific Islands redeveloped on former battlefield land construction projects still uncover mass graves, weapons caches, and personal belongings, bringing history abruptly back into the present. 12. Secrets still waiting to be found. Despite modern technology, countless WWII mysteries remain unresolved. Missing soldiers with no known graves, lost submarines with classified missions, undiscovered underground complexes. Art treasures still hidden. Each year, new discoveries emerge. Proof that World War II is not finished telling its story. Why Part 2 matters. If Part 1 showed where the war was hidden, Part 2 reveals how deeply it was concealed, from mines and maps to oceans and Earth itself. These secrets remind us that history is never truly over. It simply waits to be uncovered. 13. Forbidden zones still closed. Today, even decades after the war, certain areas linked to World War II remain restricted, dangerous, or politically sensitive. Bikini Atoll, a paradise that became a wasteland. After World War II, the U.S. conducted nuclear tests here. The local population was displaced, and the islands remained partially uninhabitable. Beneath the water lie sunken warships used as nuclear test targets, turning the atoll into a radioactive underwater graveyard. Nazi bunker zones in Eastern Europe. In parts of Poland, the Czech Republic, and Germany, vast bunker systems remain sealed due to instability, flooding, or unexploded ordnance. Some areas are still off-limits to civilians, hiding secrets that may never be fully explored. 14. Superweapons that could have changed history. The German atomic bomb, myth. Germany pursued nuclear research, but evidence suggests it was disorganized and underfunded. Still, secret reactor experiments and hidden uranium stockpiles raise questions about how close they really came. Japan's balloon bombs, a forgotten attack. Japan launched over 9,000 hydrogen balloons carrying explosives toward North America using jet stream currents. Some reached the US and Canada, causing civilian deaths. Unexploded balloons may still exist in remote forests. Earthquake and tsunami weapons. Both Axis and Allied powers explore geophysical warfare, attempts to trigger earthquakes, landslides, or massive waves. These ideas were mostly abandoned, but show how extreme wartime experimentation became. 15. Hidden cities in the Pacific and Asia. Iwo Jima. The island, beneath Iwo Jima, lies a vast tunnel network carved by Japanese forces. Many sections were never mapped. Even today, remains in sealed chambers are occasionally discovered. 16. Lost records, erased identities. Soldiers who officially never existed. Covert operatives, resistance fighters, and intelligence agents often worked without records. Many died anonymously, buried in unmarked graves. Some families never received confirmation of death. Destroyed archives. As defeat loomed, governments burned documents, erased names, and destroyed blueprints. This intentional erasure created gaps in history that researchers still struggle to fill. 17. Modern discoveries and new technology. World War II archaeology today. Ground-penetrating radar, sonar mapping, and satellite imaging are revealing. Buried aircraft beneath airfields, submerged cities and ports, hidden mass graves, collapsed tunnel networks. Each discovery adds new chapters to World War II history. 18. The war that never truly ended. World War II continues to affect the modern world. Unexploded bombs still found in European cities, political borders shaped by secret wartime deals, environmental damage from sunken ships and chemicals, generational trauma passed down through families. Final reflection, part 3. The lost cities and hidden secrets of World War II show that history does not stay buried. Beneath cities, oceans, and forests lie echoes of decisions made in desperation, ambition, and fear. Every discovery is a reminder that the past is closer than we think. 19. Legendary lost treasures of World War II. As Axis powers collapsed, enormous amounts of gold, art, and valuables vanished, fueling mysteries that persist today. The Nazi gold trains. According to multiple accounts, trains loaded with gold, jewels, and stolen art were sent into mountains and tunnels as Allied forces closed in. One of the most famous legends centers on Lower Silesia, Poland, where a hidden armored train is still rumored to lie sealed underground. Despite modern searches using radar and drilling, no confirmed discovery has been made. Yamashita's gold, the Philippines mystery. Japanese forces allegedly hid vast treasure in caves and tunnels across the Philippines. Booby traps, sealed chambers, and destroyed maps make recovery nearly impossible. Some finds have been claimed, but no definitive proof has ever surfaced. 20. Art still missing. Millions of artworks were stolen during the war. Even today, masterpieces remain unaccounted for. Some appear suddenly in private collections, others are found hidden behind walls or in attics. Each recovery often leads to long legal battles and emotional reunions with families of original owners. 21. WWII myths versus historical reality. Myth: Hitler escaped Berlin. Despite persistent conspiracy theories, overwhelming forensic, eyewitness, and archival evidence confirms Hitler's death in April 1945. Escape stories persist largely due to misinformation and early Cold War secrecy. Myth: The Nazis had UFO technology, advanced aircraft designs existed, but no credible evidence supports alien technology. These myths often stem from misunderstood experimental projects and post-war exaggeration. Myth: all World War II secrets are now known. In reality, historians continue to uncover new documents every year. History is constantly being rewritten, not because facts change, but because access does. 22. The final hidden battlefields. Some WWII battles were never officially recorded. Skirmishes in remote jungles, naval engagements in deep ocean waters, resistance clashes in occupied cities. In some places, veterans and locals knew the truth long before historians did. 23. Survivors who kept silent. Many survivors never spoke about what they witnessed. POWs who endured secret camps, civilians in erased villages, intelligence operatives bound by lifelong secrecy. Their stories often emerged only through diaries found after death or late-life interviews. 24. Why these secrets still matter today. World War II's hidden cities and secrets continue to shape the present. Military bases still use World War II foundations. Espionage methods evolved into modern intelligence. International law was rewritten because of wartime crimes. Modern conflicts still echo unresolved outcomes. Remembering the hidden history helps prevent repeating it. Closing words. World War II was not only fought on beaches, in skies, or across continents. It was fought in tunnels, laboratories, secret cities, and in the shadows of human conscience. The lost cities and hidden secrets remind us that history is not a closed book. It is a landscape, still being explored. 25. Secret operations that were almost erased. Operation Gladio, roots in WWII. While Gladio became active during the Cold War, its foundations were laid in the final years of WWII. Secret stay-behind armies were created across Europe in case Nazi or later Soviet forces occupied territories. Many weapons caches from World War II were buried and rediscovered decades later, some never officially acknowledged. Operation Bodyguard, the greatest deception. This Allied deception convinced Germany that D-Day would occur at Pas-de-Calais, not Normandy. Fake cities with inflatable tanks, phantom armies commanded by fake radio traffic, double agents feeding false intelligence. Entire imaginary cities existed only to mislead German reconnaissance. 26. Cities destroyed and erased from maps, villages that no longer exist. Hundreds of villages across Eastern Europe were completely destroyed and never rebuilt. Names removed from maps. Survivors relocated, physical remains reclaimed by nature. Some forests in Poland, Belarus, and Ukraine hide foundations, wells, and cemeteries, silent evidence of erased communities. Warsaw, a city rebuilt from ashes. After the 1944 uprising, Nazi forces deliberately demolished Warsaw. Over 85% of the city was destroyed. Modern Warsaw stands atop buried streets, sewers, and bunkers, many still unexplored. 27. Underground factories in slave cities. Middlework, the factory beneath the mountain. To protect V-2 rocket production, Germany built a massive underground factory using concentration camp labor. Prisoners lived underground. Tens of thousands died from starvation, and disease. Rockets that shaped modern spaceflight were built here. The site remains one of the darkest hidden cities of World War II. Japan's hidden mountain bases. In Japan, entire aircraft factories were moved underground to escape bombing. Some tunnels remain sealed today, their interiors untouched since 1945. 28. Lost fleets and vanished armies. The Arctic convoys, Allied ships transporting supplies to the Soviet Union, faced brutal weather and German attacks. Many ships sank in icy waters, perfectly preserved. Some wrecks still contain tanks, ammunition, and personal letters. Japan's lost soldiers. Thousands of Japanese soldiers remained hidden in jungles for decades after the war, some surrendering as late as the 1970s. They lived in forgotten micro-worlds shaped entirely by wartime beliefs. 29. Secrets buried with the dead. Mass graves still being found. Construction projects across Europe and Asia continue to uncover. Unmarked mass graves, civilian execution sites, prison camps erased from records. Each discovery forces historians to revise accepted narratives. Silent witnesses. WWII diaries. Many truths only surfaced through private diaries, found in attics, walls, or ruins. These personal records reveal daily life inside hidden cities and secret facilities more clearly than official documents ever could. 30. Why so much is still hidden? Several reasons. World War II secrets remain buried. Intentional destruction of records. Political embarrassment after the war. Cold War secrecy extending classifications. Physical danger, mines, gas, unstable tunnels. Some truths may never be safely uncovered. Final Insight, Part 5. World War II was not just a clash of armies. It was the construction and destruction of entire hidden worlds. Cities underground, armies that didn't exist on paper, people who officially vanished. Every year, the Earth gives up a little more of its memory. 31. Declassified intelligence files that changed history. The ultra-secret. For decades after World War II, the British government hid the existence of Ultra, the intelligence derived from breaking German codes. Military decisions once credited to brilliant strategy were later revealed to be based on secret intercepts. Entire operations were sacrificed to protect the secret civilians, were knowingly left undefended to avoid revealing code-breaking commanders, took these truths to their graves, Soviet archives, in the missing years. After the Cold War, partial Soviet archives revealed hidden wartime disasters, erased battles, and massive troop losses previously denied. Even now, access remains limited, leaving gaps in Eastern Front history. 32. Underground city maps finally revealed. Berlin beneath Berlin, modern scans have revealed a vast underground network beneath Berlin. Führer bunkers, escape tunnels, air raid shelters, secret rail lines. Some tunnels extend beneath present-day government buildings and are permanently sealed. Paris catacombs used by both sides. The French resistance used the catacombs for hiding weapons and planning attacks. Just meters away, German forces unknowingly established underground bunkers, creating one of history's strangest hidden front lines. 33. Science projects. Hidden from the world, Nazi atomic research facilities sites like Haigerloch housed experimental nuclear reactors. When Allied forces arrived, scientists attempted to destroy evidence. The reactor survived and is now a museum, proof of how close and yet how far Germany was from nuclear capability. Chemical weapons that were never used. Both Axis and Allied powers stockpiled chemical weapons in quantities large enough to devastate cities. Fear of retaliation kept them unused, but thousands of tons were later dumped into oceans, creating environmental time bombs. 34. Cities that existed only on paper. Fake invasion cities maps were intentionally altered during World War II. Entire airfields that never existed. Roads drawn to mislead bombers. Ports added or erased. Some pilots bombed nothing, convinced they were hitting strategic.